All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about something really powerful, something that lets you make a genuine, lasting impact on someone's career. We're talking about mentorship and how you, yes, you, can be the reason a new teammate doesn't just survive their first few months, but actually thrives.
And that right there, that's the whole game. You have this incredible opportunity to shape someone's entire journey with the company. I mean, think about it. Those first few days are a whirlwind of new faces, new systems, and just a whole lot of what am I supposed to be doing? A great mentor is the anchor in that storm. You're the one who can turn all that confusion into a real sense of connection.
So, why is this so important? Well, because getting this wrong has some pretty big consequences. And don't just take my word for it, the data paints a very, very clear picture.
Now get this, 1 out of every 4 new hires is gone within the first 6 months. 1 in 4. That is a staggering loss of talent, of potential, of everything we invested in them. And it's usually not about the work itself. So often, it just boils down to a really simple human thing. They didn't feel like they belonged.
But here's the flip side. This is where you come in. This is the difference you can make. When a new hire has someone like you, an active mentor, they are 2.5 times more likely to stay. That is a direct line from your effort to the success of our team. It's huge.
And you know what? It's not a one-way street. The benefits flow right back to you. A whopping 82% of mentors say the experience gives them a stronger sense of purpose at work. It feels good to contribute, to help someone else succeed. It is a true win-win.
Okay, so we've established the why. We know this matters. But what does being a great mentor actually look like in the day-to-day? It can feel like this massive responsibility, right? Well, the good news is we can break it down into 3 really clear, manageable roles. Just think of this as your personal playbook.
You're basically wearing 3 different hats. First, you're the professional guide. You're the one helping them build actual skills and confidence, like letting them shadow you on a client call. Second, you're the organizational navigator. Their personal GPS for all the confusing stuff, like how to submit timesheets or use 10biz. And third, and this one might be the most important, you are the social connector. You're the person who makes those first introductions, invites them for coffee, and really helps them build the relationships that make this place feel like home.
All right, let's get practical. Let's take that playbook and put it into action. The first 90 days are absolutely critical. It's where the foundation gets built. And here's a toolkit to help you navigate it.
Just remember, their journey starts even before day 1. You're there for the pre-boarding jitters, you're a friendly face during that day 1 information overload, and you're their steady guide all the way through those first 90 days of learning and integrating. You're the constant.
And this checklist breaks it down into simple, concrete actions. It's things like being prepared before they even arrive, being that welcoming presence on day 1, and then keeping that connection going with quick daily check-ins, providing guidance, and giving regular, helpful feedback. Totally doable, right?
So here are the golden rules, the things you really want to focus on. Be present, start with simple, clear tasks to build momentum, ask great questions, don't just assume they get it. And on the flip side, here are the traps to avoid. Don't be that mentor who disappears after the first day. Don't throw them a vague, confusing project. And please, don't try to do it all by yourself. This is a team effort.
Okay, let's zoom in on one of the most powerful skills in your entire toolkit, giving feedback. And I know that word can make people nervous, but we're not talking about criticism here. We're talking about clearing a path for growth. And there's a simple framework that makes it incredibly effective. It's called the MHKH method. Now I know, the name looks a little technical, but the idea behind it is beautifully simple. It's just a way to structure your feedback so it's always constructive, always specific, and always focused on helping the person develop.
So how does it work? It's just 4 easy steps. First, M is for Mikud, which just means focus. Talk about one specific task, not a million things at once. H is for Hibur, which means connect. You want to connect your feedback to a real, concrete example they'll remember. K is for Kama, which basically means as fresh as possible. Timing is key here. Give the feedback soon after it happens. And finally, the second H is for Hitnahagut, or behavior, and this is the most important one. You focus on the action, on what they did, never, ever on them as a person.
And that's really the whole mindset shift right there. When you use a framework like this, you're not criticizing someone, you're giving them fuel. You're handing them the keys to their own growth engine. It's truly a gift.
So let's zoom back out and bring this all home, back to where we started, the incredible, lasting impact that you can have. Because this role, it goes so far beyond a checklist or a 90-day plan.
Just let that sink in for a moment. This is what it's all about.
Years from now, somebody could look back on their entire career and point to you as the person who made them feel welcome, who helped them find their way, who was the reason they decided to build a future here. That is a powerful, powerful legacy.
Because ultimately, being a mentor is being a leader. It's all about guiding, supporting, and empowering someone else so they can find their own success. It is one of the most meaningful things you can do. So the only question left is, who will you lead next?